I'm Christy. Today I want to talk to you about AJ's second rotation in his job skills program. So we've survived the first rotation of this new job skills problem. Phew! I think he enjoyed his work at the animal shelter. Now he's on to a kitchen setting, but we'll get to that in a minute. So over the last 9 weeks, we've made some adjustments and learned some new things. But overall, I'd say it was a successful rotation. AJ attended every day of the program and he received positive reviews each week. Now, that's not to say that it was all smooth sailing. At home, we regularly fought him getting up and getting ready for the bus. There were a lot of mornings where I heard, "I don't want to go to work today," or "I'm sick, I can't go to work today." Fortunately, I was able to convince him fairly easily that getting up and getting ready and going to work every day, even when we don't feel like it, is part of working. The amusing part was that the more often that I had to actually wake him up, as in he wasn't already awake himself, the more he started to hate me waking him up. "Mom, I just hate that you woke me up today. I will wake myself up tomorrow." Heard that lots and lots. Now, that's fine as long as he actually woke himself up the next morning. But I'm not willing to let him miss work or miss the bus just because he didn't wake up on time. Now, like I said, it became a bigger issue the further into the rotation we got. And during the last week of the rotation, he was ranting on and on and on one morning about how he hated me waking him up. My husband looked at him and said, "Well, AJ, you can wake up to an alarm every morning if you want." He kind of got thinking about that. He started thinking about it. Now, fortunately, once he was actually at work, he seemed to enjoy his days and he showed them who he really was. He even got himself in trouble, as in needed to be redirected or reminded, not truly in trouble, about not talking so much and focusing on his work, and occasionally even to keep his hands to himself and to respect other people's personal space. Now, I should say it's not that he was touching people inappropriately, he just likes to get in your personal space at times, and that was something that they've been working on in school for a while, so he just needed some reminders there. Now, I was glad to see that the supervisor realized on her own that he processes things very slowly if you just tell them to him. And so, because of that, she started showing him how to do things and then telling him as they went. And that is so effective for him. He's a great visual learner. And so, showing him while you're telling him really works for him. And that allows him to grasp the task much faster and more completely. Now, he's still not a fast worker, but he was able to complete most of the tasks satisfactorily most weeks. Now, his final comment when I asked him about it: "No more cleaning toilets." Okay, can't blame him for that one. And now we move on to a kitchen setting. Now, in this kitchen, they provide all the meals for the program, for all the students in the program that he's in. They do have to have a county health card, which he already had from high school because they made cookies every week, because they're working with food. Now, at the end of the first week, he mentioned making sunflower butter sandwiches one day and pizza another day. Now, I'm not sure what else they've done, but he said that he's had a good day every day that I've asked him. And he's back to complaining about being sick and not needing to go to work. When I assure him that he's fine, then he gets ready and he gets out the door and we're good to go. The biggest change this rotation, he's waking up to an alarm clock. Now, like I said, he decided, my husband had told him that he could do that, and he started thinking about it. And probably about a week later, he decided, just almost overnight, "I want to wake up to an alarm clock." Okay, works for me. So Wednesday night, he decided he wanted to wake up to an alarm clock. So that night, I went into his room, made sure the clock was set to the right time, set the alarm. I actually set the alarm for just a minute beyond where we were right then, and we had him practice a couple times. Okay, this is how you turn it off. Okay, this is when it goes on. What are you going to do? We practiced a couple times. I set it for the next morning. We went to go. And so we did all that. And the next morning, he woke up on his own, got dressed downstairs, right on time like I wanted. And Friday, same thing. Ooh, I'm thinking I'm going to like this. Now, I should also say that while I'm kind of laughing at him because this is kind of out of the blue, I want to wake up to an alarm clock. I love the idea of it. It's a great step towards independence for him. And it's just another step that will allow him to live more independently. So, like I said, I'm kind of liking this alarm clock thing, even though I'm kind of laughing about it. So, how does all of this apply to you? Well, as always, I have a few thoughts for you. First of all, it's another glimpse into our lives. I hope that you're seeing we're just a regular family with our ups and downs, our challenges, and our struggles. Yes, we have lots of good times and lots of entertaining times, thanks to AJ. But we've made a good life for ourselves. It works for us, and we're very content. Secondly, we're not afraid to try new things when what we're currently doing stops working or isn't working as well as we'd like it to. I never dreamed that AJ would wake up to an alarm, or that the instigation for it would be me not waking him up. Who knew? But hey, whatever works. And as I mentioned before, it's another great step towards independence for him. Finally, I hope that I can provide you with some lessons learned from us so that your life can be easier. We had a situation come up with a friend of Sean's recently where they had an issue that we could be facing pretty soon. So I commented that we should learn from them and try and do everything we can to avoid that same situation for ourselves. And that's one of the big things I hope for the blog and for these videos that it does for you, to provide you with some ideas and solutions to make your life easier from learning from the lessons that I've learned. So my question for you this week is this. What struggles are you facing? Is your loved one surprising you with new lessons that they want to learn? I'd love to celebrate with you. You can leave me a comment below, or you can leave me a comment over on the blog. That's at www.havenofhopeforme.com. This originally posted in October of 2019. As always, I'd appreciate it if you'd share this with anybody you think would find it helpful. I'd love to help as many families as I can. Sign-ups are in their usual spots. Signing up lets you know about all newly released content as soon as it's available. So after another week of a few minor adjustments, I'm grateful that I can still say that life is good and there is never a dull moment.